seeking support um, for sexuality issues is a big deal. It requires a great deal of bravery to take the first step. And in my experience, um, the maximum points of obstruction don't occur once the work has actually started. They tend to occur at a later stage. And the first and most obvious stage is just contacting me at all. And what I try and do to help that is to be as clear and comprehensive as I can be on my website, on social media, and so on, about my approach, the perspective that I bring to working with sexuality, and all that sort of thing. So I'm attempting to be completely transparent about who I am and where I'm coming from and how I work. The second point of um, difficulty, I think, is that people manage to marshal up the courage to send me a text or email me or something like that. And I then contact them, um, and nothing happens. And it's not because um, they've lost interest or they're pulling my leg in some way. It's just that it's too much. And I think often what conspires to make it too much is a kind of fantasy idea about what a first session might look like. And to try and get around that, what I offer you is to just come and see me, to have a conversation with me, to just get a sense of um, what it's like interacting with me, my place of practice, and so on. If that's too much, offer a Zoom call or a telephone call, and all of that. I don't charge for, um, and that um, is open. I mean, there's ways I imagine which might be easier for you to make that first contact and for us to have that first connection. And I'm very flexible in that regard. So that's the second kind of obstruction, that you've managed to contact me, but you're kind of paralyzed, um, and it's difficult to just um, go into that actual connection. The third point of obstruction is a curious one, I think, and it's you've contacted me, we've had our initial conversation, Zoom or phone or in person, and it just sort of stops at that point. No, it might stop for very legitimate reasons. It might be because I'm not the practitioner for you, which case I'm very happy to refer you to somebody else. But much more often, it's again the disjunct, I think, between your ordinary life and what um, working with me entails. Um, so there's a way in which we can have a conversation, we can talk about um, your issues and how we might resolve those issues, but somehow that's on a sort of island by itself. When you go back into the real world, it's like it's just been a dream or something. So to try and deal with that obstruction, what I do at your option, once I have a conversation with you, is that I try and outline my understanding of what your situation presently is, where you want to go, and how we're going to get there. So there's something tangible that can act as a bridge between um, working with me and your world as it presently is, a bridge between how you are now and how you want to be.